Thank you.
All right. Well,
be fairly
no,
prosaic,
what I meant is that when I first started, I could get out and about a bit, and I used to go to clubs and dance, and, you know, that was quite easy.
Yeah.
And I sorted out what I wanted to wear and what I wanted to do. But later on, when things became slightly cocooned...
Slightly what?
Cocooned.
Oh.
I was kind of, you know, in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I found that I was seeing what everybody else was wearing when they used to come to the shows. I thought, oh, I'm kind of out of it a bit. So it ends up that I kind of get influenced by people who come to see me. I mean, canes, you see. I mean, I saw a person with a cane once, of course. Yeah. But then, like, somebody started bringing them to the gigs, and I really liked them. So I started using one. So it wasn't me, it was them.
You've been influenced by your audience and your style.
Yeah, I think you are a lot.
How do you dream up your latest manifestation? You know what I mean?
Which one particularly?
In any case. Do you sit at a sketch pad? Do you work from your own dreams? Do you have visions? Like
travel. I mean, I'm in a very lucky position of not wanting to fly, so I take a ship or a train or something.
You won't fly?
No.
I read you took the Trans-Siberian Railway somewhere.
Yeah, that's one of the things that... Yeah, it was right through Russia, from Nahodka through to Moscow. And from Moscow, Warsaw, East Berlin, got chucked off there, threatened to send back to Moscow.
Why won't you fly?
It scares me. You know.
Afraid the plane will come down where it isn't supposed to.
I don't like the feeling of going up at that speed. It always feels like something running very fast and then like going to the edge of a cliff and then jumping and opening to get to the other side.
I like that.
Well, it should be like if it's like just goes like that.
Yeah.
Like it's also.
Why do rock stars tend to have premonitions of doom? It seems to be a theme in their work and in their life.
Oh, because they're pretty nutty to be doing it in the first place, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. You know, you've got a very tangled minds, very messed up people.
Do you ever try to picture yourself at 60?
No.
So, somebody said the idea of a reunion of the Beatles in their 70s, they come tottering out onto the stage. Someone holds a guitar up in front of them while they pluck it, or their 80s, let's say. This is a rather personal question, but is that your real hair color?
Of course it isn't it? I've never said it, no.
I know the answer to that.
I'm a blonde.
When you walk around New York and a hard hat says, hey, sweetheart, you know...
I drive around New York.
Witty That's correct. Good idea. What do your parents do for a living?
Well, my father's dead and my mother has a small flat. And I think she's got a day job.
Does she have trouble explaining you to the neighbors who say, are you any relation to that?
I think she pretends I'm not hers. No, she doesn't talk much, you know, she doesn't... I don't think we were never that close, particularly. We have an understanding.
Yeah. It's not true that your real name is Menimsha Spiegelgas, is it?
Yeah.
Rumor. Is it really? You didn't want that revealed?
I was waiting for you to reveal it.
Well, I'm sorry if you didn't want that out, but what is black noise?
Black noise?
Yeah.
Black noise is something that Burroughs got very interested in. It's
yeah, intriguing.
Well, no, it's one facet of black noise is that everything, like a glass, if an opera singer hits a particular note, the vibrations are that of the metabolism of the glass, and it cracks it, yeah? So a black noise is the register within which you can crack a city or people, or it's a new controlled bomb. It's a noise bomb, in fact, which can destroy.
Is it a real thing? I mean, is it something that's actually somebody's experimenting
it was invented
with?
in France.
Could a tyrant use it to...
Well, until last year, you could buy the patent for it in the French patent office for about the equivalent of $3–4.
And it would wipe out it's concentrated...
It depends how much money you put into it. I mean, a small one could probably kill about half the people there, but a big one could destroy a city, or even more. I mean...
It's a weird idea.
Don't look at... It's not my idea.
No. Well, let's not give the instructions on how to do it. Can you recommend a good book to your fans? A good book?
What, this week? Apart from yours?
Oh, do I have a book out?
Yeah. Oh, no, I walked into that.
No, I wondered no, I wondered if you... Last thing I read, you'd said that Kerouac was important to you, but that's a long time back. What do you
Well,
read?
I didn't say I'm reading Machiavelli.
You're reading Machiavelli?
No.
Oh. What would you read?
What am I reading?
What would we find on your coffee table in your apartment in...
At the moment, mainly pictures. I bought Diane Arbus's book of photographs. It's a photographer that I like very much.
Yeah. Could I ever do a walk-on in your show? I've got to know what it feels like to stand on stage in a big production thing like that.
In a
I suppose it would
production?
screw up your...
Well, if I had a part for you, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if I were to bring out a cup of tea and a good book.
If it's your book.
Well, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. You do mine.
Don't ask me about my book.
You have a book.
Well, funnily enough.
A book coming. Don't you?
Yes, I'm writing a novel.
You are?
Yeah, based on the Trans-Siberian Express.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's it. Now you can ask me the next one.
I'm glad to know that. How do you say your wife's name? I've seen it printed Angels and Angela. Which is the typo?
Angela. Angie.
Her real name is Angela.
Just Angela.
Yeah. Is she a model?
Is she what?
A model or an actress? Or
No,
I saw
she
one
was,
very attractive picture of her.
No, she was an intellectual that went to school in Switzerland and has a vast capacity for knowledge and runs around, does theses on everything.
Yeah. And how do you say your son's name?
Zoe.
Your son's name is Zoe Bowie?
Yeah.
Is it true that Frank Zappa has a child named Moon Unit?
Yes.
Can you imagine? Growing up, kids in a tough neighborhood, hey, Moon Unit! Do we have a message? We will take a break here and we'll be right back. So, you know, somewhere someone is writing a learned paper in a university called something like Jagger and Bowie, Prophets of a Pluralistic Society, and you know this... Prophets of Doom or something. Do you read this stuff? And you see critics write very elaborate intellectual analyses of your work and other people's. Does this put you to sleep?
The bad ones. I always read the good ones.
Yeah. Do you want to be understood? You know what I mean? Ziggy Stardust
Absolutely
was
nothing to understand. I mean,
was concerned with famine in the world and so on, and prophecies of the world running out of food and stuff like that.
I'm a storyteller and a story writer, and I decided that I preferred to enact a lot of the material I was writing rather than perform it as myself. At this moment, I'm performing as myself, but I will continue in the future, after I've done what I wish to do at the moment, return back to writing stories, and I will enact them again, and I don't care what anybody says. I like doing it, and it's what I shall continue to do.
Well, I'm not stopping you.
You know, it's not, and nothing that I do is on any kind of intellectual slant.
You got no mission.
No, it's just...
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you do anything about their ripping London apart? I've been there about 7 times. We were talking about this the other night, and you told me the appalling news that they've torn down Whistler's house, the artist.
From what I've heard, the
Is
Peacock
Buckingham Palace a McDonald's stand yet? I can't believe that what they're doing. You have a lot of influence.
Not since I bought it.
No, I was going to say, you have influence and money. Can't
no,
you
you
can't.
No one has any influence. I mean, everything's been sectioned off into separate pieces of property, and no doubt now that the socialist government has nationalised, or is going to nationalise, ground, more of it will come down. And
don't you think it's awful?
I don't know. I haven't made any decision on it because I know a lot of families that need houses. As much as I like a lot of the architecture, you know, I don't know. I can't generally. Oh, don't ask me about politics. And I mean, what do I know? I know.
Did I say politics?
But that's what it will become. You see, because I mean, it's all politics.
I see.
Motivation of finance. You know, that's politics, isn't it?
Well, why don't we take a break? We'll be right back. And thank you for coming.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.